We just picked two of those charts featured in that article. It's there for you to read if you want to read it. It's a good business background. But today we will review 5 charts that, in my opinion, have also changed the world post 2011. And so the first one is the growth share matrix that maybe you saw already, invented in 1968 by someone at Boston Consulting Group. And what is this matrix about? Well, it's about classifying companies in 4 types by using easy to remember metaphors. And what we do here is place the companies according to 2 variables. One of them is how fast they grow annually, and the relative market share. And if we do that for the companies we're interested in, we'll have dots in this chart. And then we can classify in 4 quadrants. So in the lower quadrant here, we have what we call the cash cows that have a big market share, but they don't grow so much. Can you give me an example of a cash cow today? So this would be, for example, oil companies. They're not growing, they just produce profits. Utilities, they're not growing, they just produce profits. If you have a company that has a high market share and it's growing a lot, Amazon, Facebook, Google, those are usually stars, and we call them as well monopolies. Those are very good as well. Then you have the dogs, and what's about this metaphor about the dog? I think this is a very American-centric metaphor. A dog in America is seen as something that doesn't produce anything. So it's just a cost to the family. That's a point of view that maybe in Europe we don't have. And so when the market share is not very high and it doesn't grow, that's what we call a dog. Many startups are like that. And then when you have something that is growing a lot, it's not in a dominant position yet, possibly startup as well, that's when we have the question mark. Tesla. Tesla was 10 years ago here, now it's here. So growth share matrix, super popular to classify companies, and was invented in 1968. If you had this idea today, you're just 40 years late, but it's it's a very good example of using memes to reduce the cognitive load of classifying companies in 4 categories.